has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Nick Bosa with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Yeah, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Deep ball for Goodwin. It's caught at the 10. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 57 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line. Here we go. 180. 11.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Keep these 2. Check the backer.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, a 22. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it'll be second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big play ability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. That'll bring up second down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Boswell good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Here we go, here we
So
go.
line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, 49ers. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense.
From the 25 on second down, Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 54 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Shifts by him. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Like 5. Check 56. Not here. Easy. 56 to Mike. 56.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Garoppolo. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And this is caught at the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
16 yards there, 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Steelers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Quarter.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
56. Mike, 56, right there.
Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They're running it.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 23-yard run. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Coleman. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Alert, alert!
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Garoppolo now. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. No bell. 56. Mike, 56.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch. And now here's another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. He's at the 30. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space there. They elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Here we go.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo rolling to his right. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Get out the field, defense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, He had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. To throw is Garoppolo. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! They can't hang with us.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Stay with your man.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold to add the ick. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quan Williams. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now Garoppolo on the screen. This is Coleman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it's going to be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger. And this one's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through